Well, Lord Lieutenant, High Sheriff, Councillors, Commanders, Air Commodore, Chairman and Chief Executive, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lord Lieutenant Awards ceremony for Gwynedd for 2022. Now, throughout the year, reservists in Wales provide valuable support to our regular armed forces, both at home, on operational duties, and in their local community. Our cadets, whether from the Sea Cadet Corps, the Army Cadet Force, the RAF Air Cadets or Combined Cadet Force, grow and develop into responsible and confident young citizens, achieving enormous training and sporting successes, as well as providing support to their communities through many and varied activities. These endeavours help maintain the good name of the armed forces in Wales. And moreover, our adult volunteers devote time, energy and effort that is truly humbling to ensure that our cadets gain maximum benefit from what for many can be life-changing experiences in preparation for adult life. The award ceremonies held annually by the Lord Lieutenant of Wales are an opportunity for deserving individuals to be publicly recognised within the community in which they live and serve for their contribution to support the reserves and cadet forces. This evening, Her Majesty's Lord Lieutenant for Gwynedd will be making the following presentations: the Lord Lieutenant Certificate of Merit, the Lord Lieutenant Cadet Certificate and Lord Lieutenant's Badge for last year for services in 2021, the Lord Lieutenant Cadet appointment for this year for 2022. The Lord Lieutenant Certificate of Merit. The Lord Lieutenant Certificate of Merit records the Lord Lieutenant's gratitude and recognition for outstanding service and devotion to duty. This year, there are 2 certificates of merit to be awarded. And the first is awarded to Colour Sergeant Instructor Louise Hughes from Kluid and Gwynedd Army Cadet Force. Colour Sergeant Instructor Louise Hughes resides in Llangefni, Gwynedd, and joined Kluid and Gwynedd Army Cadet Force in the summer of 2015. She was instrumental in keeping the Tywyn detachment open as one of only 2 volunteers at the unit. Tywyn is the southernmost unit in the county and is far from the hub of activities to be found in the more populated areas within the Army Cadet Force area. Week in, week out, Colour Sergeant Instructor Hughes has turned up on Monday evenings to open the doors to the growing numbers of cadets in her area. Her commitment and dedication are second to none, and she does all of this despite leading a busy life as a Gwynedd County Councillor for the Llangefni ward. Louise Hughes has no military experience herself to fall back on, yet she has thrown herself into the ethos of military-style training and ensures that the cadets in her detachment are always smartly turned out and self-disciplined. Her selfless commitment is an excellent example of one of the Army Cadet Force's core values. Louise is a well-respected team member of the Minden Company. She is often referred to as the morale officer who brings joy and laughter to the events that she attends. In addition to this, Staff Sergeant Instructor Hughes has a remarkable ability to encourage and bring out the best in the cadets in her charge. Louise has been a key factor in ensuring that the week-long Army Cadet Force summer and autumn camps in 2021 have been an immense success. It has been a challenging time for our cadets over the past 18 months, but with her support and dedication, the process has been that much easier for the cadets and the instructors alike. In recognition of her dedication and commitment, Colour Sergeant Instructor Louise Hughes is recommended for the award of the Lord Lieutenant's Certificate of Merit. From Helihold Sea Cadet Corps, Mrs. Anne Kennedy. Mrs. Anne Kennedy is a standing member of the Unit Management Committee for the Training Ship Prince of Wales Sea Cadet Corps. A determined, reliable, knowledgeable and professional individual, Mrs. Kennedy can adapt to changing situations with ease, and her sense of humour can boost morale in an instant. Anne has successfully supported the unit in the role of chairperson of the Unit Management Committee and has been responsible for providing advice and guidance to the unit commanding officers as well as to the committee, by helping them achieve more and more and to develop the unit into a centre of excellence. Anne has been instrumental in securing grants and funding totalling more than £2 million for the development and refurbishment of the unit, as well as for the equipment to allow a wider range of activities to be conducted in a safe, motivationally positive environment. Despite personal circumstances and other commitments, Mrs. Kennedy is always willing to help, whether it is assisting the charity shop, writing letters, or attending meetings with other local charity groups. Anne is a champion of Training Ship Prince of Wales and has a passion and drive that is renowned in the community and has placed the unit at the heart of the town as an asset that Holyhead is proud of. Mrs. Anne Kennedy displays the qualities and ethos that is instilled into our cadets, and in recognition of her abilities and selfless dedication to the unit and to the Sea Cadet Corps, is highly recommended for the award of the Lord Lieutenant's Certificate of Merit.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
The Lord Lieutenant's Cadet Certificate and Badge for 2021. The Lord Lieutenant's Cadet Certificate and Badge are awarded to members of the cadet forces in recognition of those individual cadets' performance during the previous year in support of the Lord Lieutenant. This year, for their performance during 2021, the Lord Lieutenant of Gwynnett's Cadet Certificate and Badge is awarded to Colour Sergeant Elise Faragher. Thank you.
Delighted to have you on board with me. Thanks very much indeed. Thank you. Thank you. Much obliged. Thank you.
You'll permit me, sir, if I add a little footnote to say that Cadet Colour Sergeant Elise Faragher today passed her driving test, first attempt. I'd like to add as well.
First, I'll be chauffeuring me home in that case.
I'd like to add at this point that there would be another recipient at this point. Unfortunately, she can't be with us due to illness, but we pay our respects and good wishes to Cadet Flight Sergeant Mia Jones of No. 2 Welsh Wing RAF Air Cadets. Thank you. The Lord Lieutenant Cadet appointment for 2022. The Lord Lieutenant has a number of cadets each year nominated by the Sea Cadet Corps, the Army Cadet Force, the RAF Air Cadets and the Combined Cadet Force, and these cadets are nominated for their outstanding contribution to their respective cadet units. The cadet will support the Lord Lieutenant on special occasions such as royal visits, remembrance parades and civic events. For 2022, the appointed Lord Lieutenant Cadet for Gwynedd is Cadet Flight Sergeant Isan Duncan of No. 2 Welsh Wing RAF Air Cadets. Cadet Flight Sergeant Isan Duncan exhibits determination, enthusiasm, confidence and motivation, demonstrating the positive characteristics expected from an exceptional team player and leader. She has achieved her Bronze Duke of Edinburgh Award, is an Instructor Cadet, and has achieved an Institute of Leadership and Management Level 2 Award in Leadership and Team Skills. She is able to communicate effectively and act on her own initiative and demonstrate sound leadership, encouraging and mentoring cadets that are in her charge. Always a willing volunteer, Isan has made every effort to compete in many Air Cadet activities and represented No. 2 Welsh Wing at sports events and parades. Cadet Flight Sergeant Duncan is a regular volunteer supporting her community by raising funds for local charities, helping to organise a local craft fair, participating in a 10-kilometre fun run for St David's Hospice and Dementia UK, bagpacking and annual Royal British Legion Poppy Collection and the RAF Association Wings Appeal. She obtained her Community Sports Leaders Award in 2018 and is a sport ambassador for the County of Gwynedd. Her efforts in this role have been pivotal to the success of introducing girls into football in Gwynedd. She also supports a local dance group as a volunteer and assistant dance teacher working with children aged between 3 and 16. Last year, Isan was the first on the scene at a road traffic accident following a collision between a car and a child pedestrian. She was publicly acknowledged by the local authorities for her efforts in calmly and professionally implementing her first aid skills, which highly praiseworthy action for a person of her age. Cadet Flight Sergeant Duncan's achievements have been acknowledged by her selection as one of RAF Valley Station Commander's cadets. Cadet Flight Sergeant Duncan is an outstanding cadet, and we have no hesitation in recommending her for the award of the Lord Lieutenant's Cadet for Gwynedd for 2022.
Delighted to be able to award you with these. Look forward to working with you very much next year. And good luck. You've got a wide, varied interest. Obviously, I can hear about the dancing and everything else you do as well. Well, we do that excellent as well. Delighted to meet you. Thanks very much indeed. Thank you.
Well, Lord, that concludes the award ceremony, and I wonder if you'd like to take the stand. Thank you.
Yn noswaith dda, bod ni ddigon o fyneddigesau. Mae'n rhaid mi ddeud bod mae'n braf iawn bod yn chymysg unwaith eto yn y noson holl bwysig yma. Ond mae'n dychrynllyd fel mae'r byd wedi newid mewn cyfnod eitha byr. I'm delighted to be in your company once again and having a real face-to-face awards evening as opposed to the useful but impersonal virtual evenings. But it's frightening to me how much the world has changed over a short period of time. Discovery of a virus in China spread through the world, leaving an inestimable number of casualties, certainly millions dead. The withdrawal of forces in Afghanistan and the dreadful situation in war-torn Ukraine. The involvement of the armed forces in such like situations, predominantly in a defensive and supportive role, are absolutely vital. So it's not surprising that in the UK, Her Majesty, who frankly in the 96 years has seen it all before, with vivid personal memories of the Second World War, and met over the last 70 years of her reign hundreds of world leaders, is insistent for us, the Lord Lieutenants, her representatives, to recognise the contribution made by the reservists to safeguard our way of life. I know many reservists, over 1,300 in Wales, have been involved from an early stage in support of the NHS and other emergency services in the fight against COVID. I understand there will be more to come in the safe delivery of fuel supplies and similar as we face yet another crisis. Many reservists were involved in Afghanistan during the presence of the Allied forces, and my grateful thanks therefore to all of you in the reserve forces and sincere congratulations to this evening's award recipients. A definite warmth is experienced when I contemplate the cadet forces. Quite simply the best education many young people can receive, preparing them if not for armed forces, then for life in general as leaders in their age groups and as fine examples of how good youngsters can be. I've had the privilege of meeting many, and I'm always impressed by their quiet confidence, their modesty and their can-do attitude. My congratulations to Flight Sergeant Isan Duncan, who've just had a badge awarded to, who's been honoured tonight, and my thanks to Mia and Louise, who because of COVID weren't able to receive the full experience of some of their predecessors. To the cadets, families and friends, hopefully you'll see the benefits of your support tonight. Realise, as we all have, that the glorified taxi service was worth it and that you have someone to be extremely proud of in your households. So my grateful thanks to you as parents and guardians as well. And my heartfelt thanks to their instructors, both military and civilian volunteers, all but hugely dedicated. I heard something the other day about an old soldier who died, and he was referred to as selfless commitment to the benefit of others, and that's the way I think about the instructors within the cadet forces. Hoffwn hefyd diolch o galon i'r gwathodigion yn enwedig y cyflogwyr sydd yn ymysg. Diolch yn fawr am eich cefnogaeth tuag at y lleoedd wrth gefn. I'm certain that the support you as employers ensure a broader base of skills you have in your workplaces. Hefyd, swn i'n cael diolch i'r awdurdod lleol Cyngor Gwynedd sy'n dod sydd yma heno, hefo ni heno. Am trefnus liciwch chi ar y salwt gynnau yn y ceill chi y dyddiau diwethaf I dathlu Frenhines, Penblwydd y Frenhines. It was a wonderful do, the 21 gun salute we had, and I could see one of the two of the council members here. Just want to express my thanks to them for organising all that. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, before we break for a well-earned supper, I'd very much like to thank the RFCA, Reserve Force and Cadets Association. There seems to have been a seamless transition from Colonel Beard to Colonel Morgan. I've no doubt this is aided by such good quality and dedicated staff, Colonel Morgan. I'm sure they've always organised a superb evening to recognise the contribution of the Reserve Forces and the cadets, and continue to do so. I'm sure Colonel Morgan will be very proud of your staff. Very many thanks indeed. Diolch yn fawr iawn I chi gyd. And I think supper is now, well, mae'n deud yn Cymraeg, mae swper yn galw. Supper's calling, so let's have that, shall we? Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you.